I hope you're all doing super well. In this video, what I want to talk about is the dark truth behind SMA, or obviously, as you guys know, better known as social media marketing. Just before we do jump into the video, make sure you go ahead, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, massively helps out with the YouTube algorithm. Without further ado, let's jump straight into it. I don't want to waste any of your guys' time. So I want to kind of unveil the dark truth behind social media marketing. Now, what is the dark truth? Well, there's a preconception about social media marketing. You know, there's a preconception of the fact that it's an easy business. It's a very easy way to make money. You know, just because that's how the majority of people kind of position it, you know. So I think when people have that preconception of social media marketing, and then they jump into it, they start their own agency, they start doing that outreach, they start doing, you know, service delivery and trying to find a contract and a team member and all that kind of stuff that, you know, kind of makes up a social media marketing agency. They have that preconception of that it's gonna be easy, but the thing is it's not. Now, really the main kind of point behind this video, which is, you know, the dark truth, is that social media marketing is a real legit business. No, it's not one of those things where it's just like a one-time thing, like an e-com store, for example, you know, like drop shipping. You know, you can find a winning product, run some ads, and it's just all of a sudden you're making 100,000 a month or whatever it is, right? That's like a one-off thing. That's not a sustainable business. That said, if you go more obviously the private label route, actually build a sustainable, like legit e-com brand, that's a different story. But with drop shipping, it's kind of one-hit wonder. So, you know, you try a few different stores, one of them might work, and then you start to scale that, but it's gonna die down if it's a drop shipping. So, you know, it's gonna be a winner for a minute and then it's gonna die down. That said, with social media marketing, this is a legit business. You know, we're doing basically what these massive agencies have been doing for years and years. We're kind of doing that in a more, obviously it's a more kind of efficient way, because, you know, these real big agencies have, you know, big fancy offices and, you know, really expensive, like, you know, employees and all this kind of stuff that they don't really need. But that's kind of the business model that we're going after. It's just that we're going about it in a more of an efficient way. So the fact that we're kind of doing a variation of those big agencies, you know, it means that we're doing it's a legit business. And obviously, as you guys know, legit businesses require hard work. They, you know, they require hard work. It requires consistent work as well. You know, like with my coaching students and whatnot, the thing is, like, there's a common kind of denominator between them all, you know. Some kind of understand that straight off the bat, but some I need to really drill in the fact that it's a legit business. It's hard. You need to put in the work in order for it to be successful. And really, like, the main kind of premise is that you just need to make sure that you don't go into starting your own SMMA with the preconception that it's easy, with the preconception that, you know, you just reach out to a couple clients and you will have clients and you'll be earning, you know, 8,000 a month, 6 figures a year. Because I mean, if you think about it, you know, for somebody to pay you 3, 4, 5,000 a month, even 2,000 a month, you need to provide a real legit service. You know, you need to be making the money. So in order to kind of build out that service, in order to try and, you know, in order to build out that service and actually provide value so it makes sense for the business owner to pay you whatever your service fee is a month, once again, that's another part of the agency. It's another concept of the agency that requires work. You need to dial down that service delivery. You know, you see, you know, these big players getting amazing results. You might even see my results that I generate from my clients, you know, just unmatched results. That said, it's took a long time to get to that point. So people that, you know, jump into SMMA with the preconception, once again, of, you know, it's easy to be able to make 6 figures in 30 days. Granted, some people do that. I've seen it firsthand with students and whatnot. They do that, and that's amazing, but it's not common. So you can't go into it with that idea, because then when you know, if you don't reach those goals, you know, if you don't get to 6 figures in 30 days or whatever, it's going to have a negative effect on you. Even though you've set your goals like really high, you've set solid goals, if you don't hit it, then it's going to have a negative effect on you, and then obviously that's going to directly correlate to the future of the business for you. Your consistency, that's the main thing. You know, the consistency you have when you're working for, you know, with your agency, that consistency is going to massively derail if you get unmotivated because you didn't hit that massive goal that you set for yourself in the 30 days. So in my opinion, the best thing for you to do when starting, or if you've already got a few clients and whatnot, the best thing for you to do is stop looking 30 days ahead, stop looking even 2 months ahead or even 6 months ahead, start looking 2 years ahead, start looking 3 years ahead, and look where you want to take your agency, you know, 2 years down the line, not 2 months down the line. Because when you do that, you know, if you have a few downward, you know, if you have a few down months or even a few down weeks or whatever the case may be, it's not going to matter, because your long-term vision doesn't really account for certain days where you go slow, because your long-term vision, it's a 2, 3, 4, 5 year vision, 10-year vision, whatever it is. That's not going to account for a few down months. Like, you know, if you have a bad month, your 2 vision or 3 year vision goal won't be affected if you have 1 down month. That said, if you have 1 month goals, then if you have 1 down month, obviously you know that it's going to massively affect your goal. And again, going back to the consistency, it's going to massively make you unmotivated. You're not going to be able to see past that initial month. And then obviously from there, you know, you're probably going to give up. You're probably not going to ever get to where you want to get to, just because you've set your goals for 1 month. Granted, it's good to set goals for 1 month, but don't, you know, make sure that your kind of long-term vision is more important to you than your 1 month goal. Like, you can set your 1 month goal, you know, but you need to set it realistically as well. That's kind of another caveat to that. You know, you need to set it realistically. Don't set it for, it's hard because, you know, some people do hit 10,000 in their first 30 days or whatever, and that's amazing, but it's not what majority do. So, you know, I personally would recommend maybe try and get your first client in your first 30 days. And then the next month, try and just get another client. Maybe just set your monthly goals as getting a new client every month or whatever it may be. Because that, again, is gonna massively help you long term. If you try and set your goal for 10,000 for your first 30 days or even 1 month, it's a good goal because, you know, you're setting goals and whatnot, but it's just, sometimes it's just not achievable. And once again, going back to what I said before, when you kind of set that goal and you don't achieve it, to the majority of people, that's actually going to demotivate them, and it's going to take away from their, you know, long-term consistency, and it's going to take away from their long-term goals. So that's why you need to set long-term goals and make sure that those are more important to you than your 30-day goals. If you do set 30-day goals or maybe 60-day goals or whatever it is, try and reach them. And if you don't reach them, don't worry about it too much, because again, it's not going to affect your long-term goal. But also, if you don't hit it, then it's not a big deal. What you need to do is look at what you did, what you could have done differently, and then from there, you know, what you did, what you've done differently, and then from there you can kind of work on that for the next month or the next 2 months or whatever it is. So kind of off topic there, but essentially the main idea behind this video is the dark truth behind SMMA, and that is the fact that it's a long-term business. It's a legit business that actually requires work, that actually, you know, it requires business skills. You know, that's why it's good to start learning and start to, you know, gain knowledge from people who are where you want to be. I mean, even me right now, I'm still gaining knowledge from people who are higher than me, you know, people who are at 6 figures a month and whatnot. I'm still learning from them. It's kind of a never ending game, and I'm sure the people who are at 6 figures a month are learning from people who are at $1 million a month or whatever it is. So you always, first things first, always need to be learning so that you can fast track your way to success, fast track your way to your goals. And second thing is, you need to make sure that mindset that you have going into the business is 100% not the fact that it's a super easy business. It's, you know, you'll be able to get to 10,000 in 30 days. Once again, granted, you might, but majority won't. And that's nothing to do with you personally. It's just the fact that it's a legit business, and it's not like a one-off kind of e-com drop shipping thing. I mean, that's one, you know, there's many examples, but that's just like the main one in the space today, obviously, is drop shipping, and how, you know, you just get like the one-off stores and then like they often die off. SMMA is not like that in any way, shape or form. SMMA is 100% a long-term business. It's an actual legit business. So guys, a bit of a different take to this video. I know it wasn't as valuable as usual. That said, it's a really, really powerful thing that you adopt, that this long-term mindset, and the fact that SMMA is a legit business and it's not easy. It might look easy because that's how people want to kind of perceive it, so that you buy their course or whatever, but I'm just being transparent with you guys. It's not easy. It is the best business model, but it does require work. It does require you know, consistent work. That's the main thing, consistent work. And it, you know, best thing for you to do is set those long-term visions in order for you to keep that consistent work, and in order for you to you know, not let your downward months or your down weeks or whatever it may be kind of affect that long-term goal. So once again, if you did enjoy the video, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video.